What's up, everybody? Welcome to Quantum Ascend. I have near up on the screen. It's been a minute since we've gone over this. Going to take a look at some alt season targets. Full disclosure, I don't own any, but it was a request from my Quantum Circle group, so I figured I'd blast it out for everybody to see. Now, there's a reason that we have the market cap on the left and the USD price chart on the right. If we take this high, you see where the line's moving on both sides? The market cap's only down 83% from that point in time back in April 2022. That same point in time, the price chart down 91%. So what that most likely means is tokens being unlocked. Sometimes that can be, just being redistributed onto the network. It could be rewards, that type of stuff. But either way, we have to use the market cap chart to measure the price chart because of that inflationary pressure. So what we'll do is we'll do all our TA over here. We'll take that price, extrapolate it over here. We'll be good to go. So looking at near, first thing I want to do is take this range out here, right? Right there. All right, gonna take that guy there. So you can see in 2025, like when everything was going on that run, a lot of coins, that was their last like all-time high. This thing got stopped out right in our danger level. We always talk about the 618 to 786 being the area where things typically roll over. Sure enough, that's what ended up happening here. So near falling off. But if you look on the way up here, this was just an easy 1, 2. Oh, no, this is the market cap. That was the price chart. My bad. Excuse me. Let me go down to the... Oh, no, it was. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4 comes back down on top of 1. 5 barely sets a new high. And then we go off into our retracement here. So what we're going to be looking at, a lot of the coins we're trying to find confluence from that last high, that December of last year high. So pull that down and we check. Well, sure enough, there's a little bit of confluence up here on the market cap, up around 32 billion. A lot of the market right now, we're looking at 10 to 20 X's on the alts. All right. So to put that in perspective, where we're at right here, this would be for nearly a 15X. Right? Exactly in the middle of that 10 to 20X range I just called out. So for me, the 32 billion, that looks like the level for near here moving up. The other thing too, so in this type of move here, most likely what's going to be happening is an A, B, C up into the highs. So we know the C leg at minimum has to be the length of this A wave. So this A wave, looking at it, about that distance. Oops, we could take this arrow, pull it up from the bottom, line them up there. That takes us up to the 1618. So that's going to be my conservative target for near at 20 billion, because the minimum move for this C leg would be right there. And I believe that that's what the primary count is on the way this is set up. Okay. So we have our, conservative, our primary, and then you can't ever rule out a full-on blow-off top here. So that's going to be our blow-off top target all the way up there at 52 billion. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these prices that we found and we're going to pull them over to this price chart. So even in our conservative situation here for near, we're looking at a 9.5x, 845% from the current price. Where does that put us? 845. Right up there, right around like just shy of 16 bucks. 16 is a nice round number. Put it up there. That's our conservative target. Now, if you notice, this is where inflation comes back into play too. That sets a new high on the market cap chart. That does not set a new all-time high on the price chart, right? So again, just showing where that inflation is at. This next move, our primary target up here, where we find this confluence, 1384. All right, where's 1384? That one does just barely break us off into a new high. What else? Right at like the 25. So you have 16, a nice round number. 25 is a nice round number. So typically I cut a little bit short of those numbers because a lot of people are trading the whole dollar, right? It's just psychologically an easy thing to do. Okay, and then right here, full on blow off top, 24X, which still doesn't put us that far outside the 10 to 20 we talked about. So not even a blow off top. I'm calling that a secondary target because I do believe it's very possible. So 23 in an alt season, especially 23, come on, right about there, 40, 58. Those are going to be the targets, guys. Conservative, primary, secondary. And again, you see how that's a full extension, right? If you were looking to go a full extension on this price chart, you'd be holding out for 89 bucks. You wouldn't ever get there. You'd stop out short and be like, why? Well, this is why. There's inflationary pressure that we have to pay attention to. The other thing too is this 16, our conservative target, brings us right up into the danger zone here on this chart where it could then roll over from a price perspective. So really like how this looks, guys. Again, this is going to be my 4th alt season. I've been doing this a really long time. We're looking for the highest probability moves, and this is kind of how we do that, using Elliott waves and fibs and extensions and stuff. So if you guys like that, you want to go a little bit deeper on the macro in general, head over to my Quantum Circle group, real-time trades, access to my portfolio, 2 macro videos a day, a Discord, and I teach you how to do TA. Link to that in my bio. If not, thank you so much for being here. If you guys could follow, like, repost, want to blast this out to as many as I can before it's too late. So hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will catch you in the next one.